That was a great way to start the stream there. Let's see. Yep. There we go. Let me get my phone here. Alright, I was responding to a friend. I'm grabbing a link for the stream. Taking me a minute because it didn't give me a notification. There we go. Now I just gotta hit that, go here and do a bunch of that. There we go. Oh man, this is my jam. I love Departure. Oh, Ay, ay, ay. This always happens to me. There we go. I think I fixed it, hopefully. Alright. That seems to be the only place I did that. Okay. Moving on. Whoops. There we go. I'm just finishing this ref up right here. I've got more to do after this. What's going on? Well, I'm here to show you how to do the ways of the things, and to do the things of the ways. Basically, I don't know how to speak English right now. um, I'm just doing references. What this is right here is like a base doll I made, and that I sketched up in fire alpaca, because right now the texture, or not the texture, but the pressure sensitivity is messed up, and Proto and I figured out that it's actually a driver problem. And getting a new tablet probably wouldn't do anything, and I just need to like fix the driver pretty much. So, English the characters, thank you. But right now I'm improvising because for some reason the pressure sensitivity is only messed up in Clip Paint Studio. It works fine in Fire Alpaca, and I'm not sure why it's only in Clip Paint. I haven't tested it in Psy. Oh man, is the screen still all messed up? Oh yeah. I guess the screen, it's fine. You can still see what I'm doing. Here, I'll just like do that a little bit. Yeah. So, but I found, the problem's it's not a big problem. It's actually, there's a solution to it, and I'm going to be able to fix it probably here soon. I'm still going to get new tablets, though, because we need them for the comic. And this one is starting to get old anyway. Oh, I was drawing on the wrong layer. I love the soundtrack so much. Also, if I do get the new tablets, I'm probably just going to give this one to my niece. Just for her to draw on. I think she'd like that. I think they do that in schools anyway now. They teach you how to, like, draw on tablets. I heard that from, like, my friends that are still, or that were still in school. Alright. Yeah. I don't think, like, they're doing that anywhere around here. But I've definitely heard of that being a thing. Also, Proto, I will probably be going for a few hours because I want to try to, like, actually get a few of these done. I'm gonna get this one done, and then I want to at least get this, like, base doll completely done and get her line art done. And then if I have time, then I'll be able to finish her and then start on her. I still need to make a male base. Right now I just have a female one because majority of my characters are female, so just it's easier. Ah. It probably looks really weird right now to a lot of people that don't know what I'm doing either. But once I like finish coloring it and change the opacity, it's gonna look like all the others and look totally normal. Because I did the same thing with every other outfit you see right here. Man, just anytime I need a soundtrack to listen to while I'm streaming, Mega Man Zero is always the place to go. It's such a mood. I love it. There we go. Turn it up for everyone. There we go. I read your comment as like Mega Man Zero soundtrack is Godzilla. It is godlike and also it is Godzilla. I believe in both of these statements. Okay. Well, yeah. I try to keep the colors consistent pretty much across like the comics. Any of the colors that you see here, I pretty much took directly like from the latest issue, and then I just kind of I did kind of these are outfits that don't really show up yet, so I changed some colors here and there, made them a little bit more detailed. I thought it'd be better to give her like different shades of red and like some pinks instead of just the same like red that's on her basic outfit. Um but yeah, no, this is just a doll that's been pre-made, which I can reuse this if I wanted to. I think I still have just like the base saved as a PNG. This is how a lot of people do references. Some people will do just literally draw like a like every picture like individually, but this is really like the best way to do this effectively because it will show you what this character looks like, you know, without anything. And you use the same one and just put like the outfit over it so you can just see what every outfit looks like on the character accurately. I don't know if I explained that well enough, but I think this method is pretty good. I like doing this. Yeah, it takes. It's just really time consuming. Like all of these outfits I had to come up with like individually and draw. Like this one's the only one I came up with like on the spot. All these other ones were referenced out of like other places. In fact, she actually wore this one the last issue. She was only wearing it for like a page and a half, I think, though. So there's that. Let's see. Yeah, since I released the last issue during summertime, right? And that's supposed to be her summertime get up right there. And see, the reason why I didn't really give her like a full on like fall outfit is because like I give her a different Halloween costume like every year. I think she doesn't need a fall outfit because she's just got so many Halloween costumes that this can just be kind of like a both, you know, fall and winter thing. Mm. She's not done yet. Just a few more. Yeah. And I mean, she's a model anyway, so like she can get away with stuff like that. Fall is like summer where I live. There's no difference. We have 3 seasons, and that's hot, very hot, and rainy, and that's it. Right now, we are in the rainy season. Well, actually, it's a mix of the rainy season and the very hot season. But I mean, the city where they live, it does snow because it's supposed to kind of. It's not exactly based on New York City, but you know, any gigantic city in pop culture is likely going to be based on, you know, some big city. So there's little bits of New York in there. And it gets cold and it snows, but I mean, it does that in a lot of big cities. I'm just not used to seeing snow, so it's just like a rarity for me. As a done coda, fix the opacity, and see, it totally just looks normal. Alright, but now we have to finish this stuff here, which is just showing that Coda has hair extensions. Because again, she was built for modeling, so being able just to show off like your clothes with like the best kind of hairstyle for, you know, complementing the outfit. It's just like it's pretty ingenious. I don't know. I didn't really like when I first was like, yeah, she's just gonna be a model robot. I didn't think of like how clever it actually is to have like robots as models. But then we run into the same problem that Coda did, where she's like, I don't really think I like being a model. It is kind of more Orlando based too. If you go there's like an east side and a west side to Coda's World, or not Coda's World, to Autotopia, and Skullgirl's side is like the west side, and that's more of the Orlando kind of area. And Coda's part of the town is where like all the skyscrapers and stuff are. That's more of the I mean, there's skyscrapers in Orlando, but that's not what I think about when I think of Orlando. Um, I think about a lot of things, but skyscrapers usually aren't the first thing. It does. It is excellent for disguises. Yeah, I don't really know if I want to get into. I mean, I think of like the downtown areas, like celebrations and like I don't know. There are parts of Orlando that are really pretty and kind of magical, but like then I also think about where like some of my mom's friends used to live, and like that's when it kind of got like shady, and like you were in Florida man territory, you know, that kind of feeling. Um, I forgot where I was going with that, but yeah. Yeah, see, I've already had. I established the history first before I went into like establishing the rest of the story. So, like, I think I explained it before. Like, I've not gone into full detail about it, but the reason why robots have been illegal for 100 years in Goda's world is because when they were first like making robots and like discovering the technology, it was kind of like a Victorian steampunk era. They were all kind of like steampunk like androids, and essentially what happened is that someone got the bright idea to start making these worker robots sentient, and clearly at some point they wanted, you know, their own robot rights, and humans were like, nah, we don't feel like it. And then they got into a war about that, and the end of the war, they decided to send all the robots to one of the moons and then outlaw all artificial intelligence. And then the laws changed from outlawing all artificial intelligence to just outlawing, like, allowing artificial intelligence to be weaponized. And now robots are kind of legal again. They just can't be weaponized, like I said. They have to be used for like purposes like modeling, for instance, you know. That's why Kodo was made. That's why she can't really reveal that she's a robot to anybody. That's also why, by the way, when the largest moon has like a giant tower on it, all of the robots live there still, like to this day, and it's kind of known as like the junkyard moon. It's where they send all of their garbage, pretty much, like scrap metal and all of that. They send it to that moon, and they just keep making stuff out of it. Whoops. Yeah, no. The only place where like robots have like fully free rights is like I said on the steampunk moon. Like other than that, they're pretty much I mean, they are pretty much treated like property, which is sad. Like Coda is like an exception really. Where her creator made her for, not just for monetary gain. Like I want to go more into like all the robots and all of that social uh, psychology and whatnot. But I want to make sure I know what I'm talking about before I do that. Because there's a lot of people that have been criticized in the past for not really handling it very well. And I completely understand why, and that's why I want to handle it in a way that's responsible and not, clearly echoing anything from real life, because that's not what I want to do. I just want to be like, hey, this is something that could happen, and, this is just an idea that I'm throwing around or throwing out here, and it's not supposed to really replicate anything that's happened, just replicate something that could happen. That's alright. Welcome back with your pizza. I think I might take a lunch break actually. I don't know when though. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to just like leave and have lunch? Lunch only like 30 minutes after I started the stream, but I am kind of getting a little hungry. Hmm. Maybe. I've been thinking about changing up like my coloring techniques too, and just like experimenting with different like palettes for different scenery. That's interesting. Yeah, at this point, like, is that a ghost or is that a robot? Or is it a robot ghost or a ghost robot? Now you're asking the real questions. I like that. Yeah, I also agree with Zest. I have to stop like every so often to read the chat. See, I'm moving so fast, but I do totally like that idea of like just a ghost possessing a robot and wanting to feel again. Definitely do a lot with that. I mean, yeah, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's really made that popular, and since no one cares about that anymore, you should jump on that train. No, I mean, in all honesty, yeah, it's a really creative idea, and I think it'd make for a really good character. I don't know if that means that the soundtrack is over. Oh no, no, it's not. Okay. Do 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 do. Yes. Okay, wait. Oh no, what layer did I draw that on? Wait, what layer did I do that on? What layer did I use? Oh, oh. Ah, that's not bad. Alright, no, I can work with that. It's fine. I mean, actually, it'd be just as easy if I just did this. Watch carefully, everybody. Control C, Control X, go to your designated layer, Control V. And then all you have to do, get the magic wand tool and just click. There you go. Fixed. I know. I know. It's just got that riff that ah, it's such a good riff, you know. I don't even mind that it's slightly stolen. Get out of here. I mean, you. Can you just delete this my Facebook yet? Yeah, I mean, I'm not. See, if I wanted to really go, like, all the way, I would draw all of Koda's different outfits, like, for her mutation shards, but I'm not gonna go that far yet. I'm gonna wait to show off her Thorn Thrasher transformation, because I'm still, like, working out the details on it, too. I put care into every single design I make, and I will never change that. Man. I mean, if you want, I can put on 03's soundtrack next. Yeah, they really do too. Because then I'd just be able to explain the lore of the shards on the ref easier that way. Because, like, besides, she's not even, like, transformed in the comics yet to any of her other outfits. However, that will change next issue. Okay. Oh, of course. I mean, that's what I meant. I was gonna let this finish up and then I'll put on 03 next. I do. You know what? I really should just make a lore sheet for mutation shards. I think it'd make it easier for people to make characters. Because different creatures react to mutation shards differently. Oh yeah, X7's got a good soundtrack. I'd never say that X7 had a bad soundtrack. I would say though, that X7 is pretty awful. Man, I am getting really hungry. How much more line art do I have? Not okay. Nah. I'm gonna finish coloring this, and then I'm gonna go on a lunch break. I still need a... I made a map for Koda's World at one point, but I gave it to my friend to finish, and I've never seen it since. I still talk with this person, but I'm pretty sure they don't have the map anymore. Which is fine. I mean, it happens, but you know. I still have a, like, basic globe of, like, one side of the planet. And I know exactly, like, the geography of, like, where I want everything to be. Mm. Yeah. It is, like, difficult, because, like, what is it? Blah, 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 blah. Glycerin. That's right. Nitric and glycerin are both kind of from, like, the European. Oh, Neo. Oh, it's Neo Arcadia. Yes. Oh, I'm turning this up, guys. Oh yeah, but like I've been trying to write from, like, other, sources of based their uh, words. They're not coming to me right now. I'd also try to, like, take from other sources that base their worlds on, like, European cultures too. And, you know, you could take things here and there as long as you're not directly emulating anything. I made that really loud, actually. And that's why I turned it all the way up, yep. Don't be afraid to, like, think outside the box, though. I do also like to base, like, my countries and stuff on real cultures, too. Ooh, maybe it'd be cool to do something like Scandinavian or Icelandic. Lumpy feather. Let me fix my lumpy feather here. Yeah, exactly. That'd actually be pretty neat. Surprisingly, I haven't really experimented much with like Scandinavian culture. I probably should. I just need to again, I always try to do my research properly so I know what the hell I'm actually referencing and talking about. It's very important to like actually know what you're talking about and representing in media. That's why I really try to keep like as much as I love like the native like parts of me in my blood, I don't feel like I'm personally native enough to use any Native American folklore in my comic. I just think it'd be disrespectful because a lot of people you throw around these terms like Wendigo and Skinwalker without realizing that they're actually still like real terms used in real religions. That could work, yeah. Dwarves could like come from like these Scandinavian lands. Dwarves are usually mountainous people too, so that makes sense. That's also kind of like I had that idea for one of the planet or one of the satellites around Saturn. Is that it was like an abandoned nuclear plant like hundreds and hundreds of years ago to the point where it doesn't really even affect the land, but it's still like healing from it. And it's pretty much just like a barren ghost town kind of plant, or keep saying planet, it's a moon. No one really goes there because there's still the whole stigma that you're going to get radiation poisoning if you do, and all the locals are poisoned already, but it's actually fine and there's nothing wrong. Yeah, that'd be pretty sick. I think a bunch of dwarves living like next to volcanoes is probably the dream, honestly. Yeah, there's that too. it. I mean, yeah, robots built by drawers would definitely be something different. They'd have, like, different. I mean, hmm. I want to say they'd, like, have different jobs, but I mean, yeah, honestly, like, in a dwarven society, I think robots would function much differently than they would in our kind of society. Because they're mostly mining based, so they'd probably just mostly make, like, mining based kind of robots. And wouldn't really worry about AI so much. I think, like, an elven society would be the ones that would, like, care the most about, like, AI and intelligence. Exactly. Did I ever tell you the first time I played Mega Man Zero, like, 2 and 3? First of all, I played them, like, back to back right away because I had the collection. And secondly, I cried. Like, both endings, I cried. Because I went, unlike the X series, I went into the Zero series, like, completely blind. Other than the fact that I knew Zero was the, like, main character, I had no idea what I was getting into. I did go through, like, a guide playing the first Zero game because you kind of need a guide for that one, but I went into Zero, 2, and 3, like, completely blind. I know. Well, like, the reason why I did that, because as soon as, like, the second one ended, I was like, I have to know what happens. I can't just stop. I'm pretty sure I stayed up all night and beat the third one. Or no, I stayed up all night and, like, got halfway through it, and then I beat it the next day. But yeah, I played them, like, right, like, back to back. Yeah, like, the only one I watched him do first was I watched him go through the first one because I knew that one was difficult, and I just decided I'd play the other two just completely blind to see if I could. And, like, I had a difficult time, but I actually did it. I did it. I mean, like I said, it took me hours. because I'd started playing, I think I'd started playing like 02, like the morning that I beat it. Not the morning, but you know, the day I beat it, I played it that morning. I started in the morning. And then, um, you know, I stayed up late at night and played like halfway through this third one, and then I beat it the third one the next day. So an entire like 2 days spent on Mega Man Zero. That's not too bad, but I think Mega Man Zero is still like the most hours I spent on that 3DS. Well over 100 hours. There we go. Did I I did spell bracelet like that. Possibly. uh, I mean, the thing is that, like, you don't have to flesh out every character right away. You can just kind of introduce somebody, like, as the tech guy, and have him be there. And, you know, once you've given enough attention to the other guys, you can shift the focus over to him. Or, you know, just stuff like that. Or you could cut out a couple of characters that you don't feel like would carry the plot. There's a whole lot. There's some space right here still. add stuff right here if I wanted to. I don't know what I would add though. Maybe like a quick side profile. Oh yeah, I did give you a magical girl at some point. Uh, I mean, that's the thing, is that you don't have to necessarily use her as a magical girl either. You can just take her, like, design and concept and kind of just morph around with it. Cool water is also a very good theme in Mega Man. I do agree. This is true. Maybe she was like an android that was made to purposely look like a magical girl for like a TV show. And at some point she just thought that she was an actual magical girl and then got out on the loose and became a hero. I just came up with that on the spot. But I kind of like that idea. Yeah, I think I'm gonna also head off and have lunch here in a second, though. Yeah, exactly. Uh, yeah, actually. Alright, yeah. I think I am gonna go ahead and BRB here real quick, though, because I got hers done. I got all of that liner here done, and now I'm just like trying to fill in this empty space I have over here. Ugh. Alright. I have stretched. I have this done. Partly, mostly. There's a little bit more to go. We have Beatrice. We have Marmo, and then we have Turbo. Probably gonna go make some hot dogs. We have the BRB. Got the big old BRB right here. Alright, I'm back now. Alright. Just call me whenever you're ready, Proto. I ate 3 entire hot dogs. I was that hungry. Like, 3 hot dogs with chips. I don't know what came over me. I needed the 3rd one. It's all of this art making me hungry. Okay. Do 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 do. Hi there. Yeah, let me turn on music. How you doing?
Before we had to go eat.
Say what now?
What were we talking about before we were gonna eat? Before we ate?
Something about characters.
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah, the magical girl I gave you. I just came up with the idea on the spot, making her like some sort of like TV star that just forgets that she's a TV star.
She said it's like a glitch or something.
Yeah, or like a malfunction of some sort.
And like shop-really built robots are still a thing. Even in this, see that allows robots. Like, there's that bunch of like amateur roboticists, I guess.
Yeah. Well, like you see, robots are legal. It's just like you can't weaponize them at all. Like you can't teach them to use a weapon, and they can't have any weapons on them whatsoever. Which means Coda's already pretty legal as it is, but it's fine. If you really want to go there, he also smuggled 2 immigrants into the country, but schematics.
We'll save that plot up that for the doctor gets put on a trial arc.
Oh my god. See, I've thought about it. I'm not sure if I will go that far and just like doing that. But I've thought about explaining how like they're okay with like all these kids living here as him just like registering as a foster parent. Being like, yeah, these kids just came to me, they're just homeless teenagers in the city, what?
Like, not picturing like a doctor gets on a trial arc. I like picturing like Cody just sleeping in the courtroom. She's so bored. She would do that.
Oh my god, she would want something to happen. She would absolutely like need something to happen.
We should do something. Should we do something? We should do something. Like they're just bickering and like entire time she's like, shut up, get on with it.
Oh my god. Definitely would be a lot of fun. I don't know. I should get rid of this giant BRB on this reference.
Good
idea. God. I don't know what's been driving me to cough recently.
I hope you're okay.
No, I'm fine. Probably just dust or something.
I hope it's dust.
Corona dust. No, I'm kidding. No, that'd be awful. Okay.
I didn't have the flu like this year. That was pretty awful.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I did have the stomach flu too. That's right.
And mine was like in my chest. It was like February. Like it's like the day I saw the Sonic movie. Like when I got home, I started to feel funny feeling my chest, and I started talking like a chain smoker.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I hate.
I suspect. Well, I suspect I either got it from some weird technology class I had to go to, or from some unwashed kid in the theater who was coughing.
Yeah.
Those are my guesses.
Damn parents and their unvaccinated children. Well, you know.
Oh, kids know when they cough. They don't cover ever.
No, yeah. It's just so, like, teach your kid to, like, cover their mouth, please. God. I love, there are most of the kids that come into the Goodwill, they actually will wear masks, and they're, like, so good with it
Right.
on. There's this, like, 2-year-old that was walking around with, like, a little mask on. She was so sweet and quiet and just respectful. And, like, she stayed next to her mom the whole time and didn't cry.
She didn't have that much to adults.
I know. Can we, 2-year-old of the year award, can we make that a thing and give it to her? She deserves it.
That's for her.
Yeah. Her mom was also a regular there too, though, so that might be why, because she was just like, yeah, this is fine, come here all the time. I don't know how babies work. I only kinda do.
In the library, the obligatory crying child.
Oh, yes. Oh, the library. You mean the airplane?
Yeah, it's right one.
Any airplane
Well,
I've ever been on.
they acted like it was an airplane.
Oh my god. That's awful.
It's a library.
It's supposed to be
There's still
quiet.
like, how hard is it to just not complain?
I know, right? Sorry, I haven't,
The first thing I ever learned about libraries was be quiet.
Exactly. Like, oh, sorry, I haven't gotten my complaints for the day out yet. Let me just do this in the middle of public.
Like, I don't even remember what sound like they were like complaining about. Probably McDonald's.
Prob. Yeah. I want a chicken nugget. Mama, I want
Nugget.
chicken nugget. I mean, listen, if I didn't get my chicken nuggies, I'd be pissed too.
I'm gonna like scream.
Oh no, I mean, I'm just joking. I mean, I would do that shit when I was a kid, but like not as a full-grown adult. I was a terrible child.
I mean, I've seen adults complaining about really dumb things like fast food.
Yes, and so have I, and I will never ever 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 be that kind of person. Fuck those people. I had to work in fast food. I know what it's like, and you know, sorry. I'm not gonna be an asshole, you know? Uh, It's like, just don't get some people.
Don't get it either.
Do-do-do.
So how do we get to this conversation about oh, it's right. We're talking about unwashed
um, yes, we were talking about something along the lines of that.
I seriously think opening schools is like a huge mistake because like
No,
kids
yeah. Well, like,
like like not every kid is gonna be responsible. Like
no,
if one kid
absolutely
gets it
not.
and spreads it to someone else, like
Especially
you're really fucked.
most schools, too. It's not like in most public schools, it's not mandatory to have your kids vaccinated either, so there's that, too. It's just like asking for trouble.
I'm surprised it's not mandatory. Like you think it would be.
It is in some states. I think it actually is in like most New England states. But I know it's not here, and it's not in like Alabama and Georgia or anywhere around here.
I know like I had to get vaccinated. But I'm not even sure if it was like for school purposes. I just had to get
Oh no,
vaccinated.
I mean it. Like I was vaccinated too. I'm fine. Like I'm really glad my mom did that shit because like you know rather protect myself and my family than not.
Like it just like, my high school was like a breeding ground for disease because like this is this culture of like toughing it out when you're in illness because you don't want to miss assignments.
Oh yeah, I mean, that happened to me too. That's probably how I came down with, like, well, first I got the flu, actually, and then I got bronchitis from coughing so damn hard. So, that was my school. It happens everywhere down here, too. Especially, oh man, when someone in class has, like, what is it? Oh yeah, lice. It's game over, man.
Oh god,
Everyone
I
has to
I
go to the nurse's office one at a time.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That was a mess.
We have to find the culprit. We have to find the head, it's like finding the head vampire who started it. Did they ever call any of the kids out for having lice at your school?
I don't remember.
I know that was
I
like, they made a big deal not to do that at the elementary school, but I don't think they gave a shit at the middle school, honestly. I'm sorry, were you gonna say something?
forget what I said. I was saying about how once got pretty sick because some kid coughed
Ew.
on me. It was gross.
Ew. Other people.
I knew I was fucked.
That's when you turn around and say, "Excuse me, but what the fuck," and beat the shit out of that person. don't don't cough on me or in my general area, please.
Yeah. The high schoolers are slobs too. So
Ugh.
like even if they're not coughing on you, they're just touching things, putting things in their mouths.
Did I tell you that the middle school that I went to also did not have doors on the bathrooms? And we're, yeah, they were designed in the way to where, like, there was a wall of sinks in front of where all the stalls were and you had to walk around. And that's because kids would get up to some crazy things in there. To the point where it was pretty much necessary to where they had to remove the doors.
high school had like an old section and a new section, and like the old section just had some really gross bathrooms. They weren't that gross, but they're like, I'd say they were like mid tier
Oh,
gas station quality. I think like it was
yeah.
old.
Like,
So the sinks were kind of really worked. But
listen.
they're like those weird timed ones, like from like the 80s or something, where you like
Oh,
push down
yeah.
a knob. Those are like a breeding ground for germs.
Glendale Elementary, that was like one of the worst schools ever. And this is public information. I'm pretty sure there's still like an F rank school. And I went there in second grade and third grade. And everything is like stuck in time. Like, I don't know if it's still this way, but like the bathrooms, like when you said that, they had like kind of the same thing. And not only that, but the ground is like mostly gum with some tile around it. It was disgusting. And that was just like the normal like hallway bathroom. Like
Poor
I
janitor.
yeah, oh yeah. I don't
He
even know if
gave up.
yeah, that's what I mean. He also is this I don't know if this is a normal thing, but like every elementary school I ever went to, there'd been a janitor that lived in a trailer on the property of the school.
Oh, I've never. That's never been a thing in my school.
I guess that's just a Florida thing then, because every elementary school I went to, there was a janitor that lived on the property in a trailer, and that would like watch over like the kids and stuff too. I really honestly don't know if that's just like something that we only do here, or if that's just like not even a thing that's supposed to happen, or. I think the one
Yeah.
at the elementary school around here actually has like a couple of dogs too. Because there was a few times where like when we were older and we'd sneak back onto the playgrounds, he would actually send the dogs at like after us. We'd be like, "All right, time to go and run for our goddamn lives." I mean, the playground used to be like kind of public. Like they wouldn't care if you brought your kids to the playground, but like I guess they got mad because too many teenagers were hanging out there. So they built like a huge fence around the place. Although there's still, they don't know that there's still many ways to get in other than, you know, the fence. But I'm an adult. I don't go to elementary school
Yeah,
playgrounds.
I don't know.
So,
It's probably a bad idea.
very bad idea. Mayman Zero Two's soundtrack is almost over.
Oh,
It's playing in Clover, which is probably my favorite song on the track.
it is pretty good. Like, I don't think Stereotype has any bad songs, to my knowledge.
None that I can really think of.
I keep questioning, like, whatever happens to the cast of Mega Man X after, after the L Port, or during the L Ports. Like,
See, that's the unfortunate answer is that, like, Most of them probably died because that's, what they said in 03 is that most Reploids did not survive in the war that participated. So,
Like I don't want to if they went down guns blazing, or if they just died some other way.
this is also true. I guess, who knows? I guess that really depends on what happened to, the Maverick Hunter base in general. Like,
Because I figure the Maverick Hunters became Neo Arcadia.
well, yeah, they did, but like, that's just, I'm talking about like the base in general. Like, they don't ever reference it in Zero or ZX, like the old Maverick Hunter base. Like, what happened to
The
it?
only place from the X series is the crashed colony.
Yeah, like what happened to it? Like, it should be a big landmark if they're all about the history of like X and Zero.
Like what happened to our Gates lab,
That too. Gates Lab is
which
also
is right next to the thing.
in Dr. Light's old lab where they found X. Like, where's that at? Excuse me? Did we go back ever and try to look for
They
more?
all got buried.
I mean, there is. Um, Infune did confirm that, like, Mega Man is still alive in the X series. Like, he never died. He's alive, but just not there. Which makes me
That needs
think.
to be addressed.
What?
It needs to be addressed. Like you gotta just say that and then just not expand upon it.
No, yeah. Which I think that means, like, the theory right now is that he's just somewhere in the lab where X was found. Like, somewhere deeper in the lab where he was being repaired or whatever.
He's just sleeping.
Just sleeping.
You know, he's just oblivious of it. That's going on inside.
No, yeah. I don't think he'd want to be woken up. Like, imagine he went to sleep after thinking he saved the world and everyone's at peace, and he wakes up and everything's on fire. Man.
It's a good explanation.
I mean, a lot can happen in 100 years. Oh.
I just hope Axel went down in the swing.
Oh,
Although
I
part of me kind of wishes he had like his own like adventures during like the All Fours right the Zero series.
see that being neat. Go into. I've always wanted to like make my own comic like around the X series. But if I did that, I'd want to start from the beginning.
If you're really lazy, you would just make it a sprite comic or a fan fiction.
Yeah. Ah, I almost went sorta to like a sprite comic idea where there on my channel like years and years ago there was all these like sprite animation tests, and I was doing those to kind of see like how much effort I'd have to put into like making a sprite like show based around like an idea I had for a fan fiction. I just never, God, there's stuff in my throat. I just never really did anything with it though, because it got wrapped up in Dakota's world.
That's understandable.
I could probably do something like that, but honestly, I'd probably rather make it a comic.
I just have that on the back burner thing.
For sure.
the ideas I have for my own fan game, but I don't want to go into detail because I don't want anyone stealing my ideas while we're on stream.
Oh yeah. I Oh, that's right. I need to tell you about the idea I had for a game.
Oh,
Um,
you want to share?
yeah, based on Koda's World. I don't know, like for the same reason though. I don't know if I want to go into detail about it right now, but it would be really neat and kind of like based on Mega Man ZX a little bit, like the game mechanics.
Like the biometals.
No, like more of like the Metroidvania aspect of it, where like the whole
Oh,
world is
like what Corrupted is
connected.
doing. Or
Yeah.
like what Corrupted. Like I remember I think someone runs that kind of Mega Man game, like the classic series, but I don't know whatever happened to it.
Hmm.
I've seen like tests. It is doable. It is hard to like get that level design right for Mega Man Metroidvania.
Oh yeah. Well,
This
I
ZX did it better than Advent, from what I've seen.
yeah.
Advent, I still think Advent's fun, but like I know a lot of people these days like to complain about it.
Hmm. See, I haven't played.
Advent writing was pretty bad though. Like the plot just twist got pretty dumb.
See, I haven't even played through Advent yet. I watched Clement play through ZX before, so I know what happens in ZX, but I'm pretty ignorant to Advent.
I forget where I left off in ZX. Like, I think that was going to yeah, I was like right. I was about to leave on like another map, but I decided to take a break from the game.
Never a bad idea.
Like a longer. I don't know. Like I might have time like burned out from playing something. I just play a lot all at once.
Yeah, I mean that's what happened when I was done with Mega Man Zero, like 2 and 3. I've never played 4 to this day still. Cause like after that I was like, all right,
Four is a game that you should probably play with a guide because of the way that the chip and part system works in that game.
really, is it dumb? Or is it just
It's
weird?
not dumb. It's just kind of weird.
Alright.
Just a very sudden change. There's like parts you can get from killing enemies, and there's parts laying out in the open you can get for items you make.
Interesting. Alright. Maybe I'll come back to it someday.
Yeah, good idea. I liked 0-4 still fun though. But I like 0-3's combo system a little better.
Yeah, 0-3 is definitely like my favorite mechanic wise.
Once you get some EX skills, you can just shred bosses apart.
Oh yeah.
Maybe also in 0-2, just not to the same extent.
Yeah.
There's also like a really cheap tactic you do in 0-1 where you hold out the shield boomerang and just swing the saber while it's out. It's like do like a saber dash cancel sort of thing.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. It's like kind of it's kind of like a glitch, not really. It's like a yeah. It's like sort of a built-in exploit.
That might be an oversight, but I'm not sure.
I don't know.
It's funny though.
I think I have seen some people do that before, where it's just like whoosh. That was an interesting sound effect added to it, but I think you understand.
I understand what you're. Also, ZX isn't pretty crazy Like it's just pretty broken if you combo right.
Yeah.
So I never cared for like the weak point system in ZX, where you only where you can damage a bilateral if you hit the weak point.
Oh yeah, and then it's like less powerful when you get it.
And then you have to like pay money to like fix it.
I guess it does encourage you to like do better at the game, but like at the
It's just
same
good.
time, I want to
You gotta grind for
use,
more money.
yeah. At the same time, I want to just use my weapons when I want to use my weapons. Like, can I please?
Yeah, I won't have full amp. Come on, Flammable. Why you gotta be like that? I gotta do you look dirty.
Alright, I'm close to being done with Coda's ref.
That's good. Maybe I'll get some more fan art.
Maybe. I was thinking about opening up a request stream just to see how many people would actually come in. But I don't think I'd do that.
What if it's all people who just want you to keep drawing feet or something?
Yeah, exactly. There'll be a bunch of gross people that show up. But at the same time, it'd be also a good way just to see exactly how many people. Huh? You.
Sorry, I just trying to stretch.
Oh, you're good. So just doing stuff.
I just remember I had like some really cool character designs that like I kind of like stopped doing stuff like for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I had like a trio of airship pirates.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm not sure if they're gonna be my universe or just someone else's universe stuff. I'll
It,
figure something out.
yeah, I think you could do something cool with them.
Funny story, like two of the designs came from a really cool training I had. Where like some weird name going on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's happened to me sometimes too, where I just like have dreams of characters. I'm like, oh wow, that's a really good idea.
I mean, yeah. Populated by robots next to the ground by a giant elevator that came from me. It was like a dream. I was like on a subway in the ground, and we got off at this last stop, and there were elevators. So
Mm.
so I went up on one, and arrived at the city in the sky. Although in the dream there were like escalators, so I obviously refined it a bit.
Interesting. You have really cool dreams.
I used to. I barely have any cool ones lately. Like a lot of the dreams I have are just my mind trying to make sense of something I did the previous night. Like last night I was playing Mega Man Zero too, so I had a dream about playing like a Mega Man Zero fan game.
Hmm. It's interesting. I haven't seen a lot of Mega Man Zero fan games. I see a lot of like ZX
There's
fan.
one kind of demo.
I saw.
There's a ZX fan game. The other is ZX fan game.
I mean, I see a lot of ZX fan games, just not a lot of Zero fan games.
It's just easier expanding into the classic series because the resources.
Oh yeah.
Like nowadays we have engines dedicated to making Mega Man fan games, so like anyone with a little bit of coding knowledge can make a fan game.
Pretty much, which is pretty cool.
Or at least make a level for.
I like that you know, the opportunity is open to like the public.
It's pretty good. And, there's plenty of people in the community who are willing to help you with coding, so it's good. It's a good time to be into Mega Man fan games.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not much else to do when you're stuck at home.
Exactly. Just perfect opportunity. If you ever wonder anything, like there's like plenty of people who are just willing to help you out if you have like ideas and stuff. You're able to like deliver on.
Oh, for sure. I don't know if I'd ever be able to do something like that though.
It does take a lot of work. Like sometimes you need help like a programmer or something or an artist.
Yeah.
But it's like not everyone is able to like multitask with everything.
Exactly. I'm just glad I can make art. Like, jeez.
Like you got that down. In my free time, I've been like occasionally trying to like design levels for if I have to make a thing game.
I have
Sometimes just taking like a short one where it's just like a pack of random
ideas.
levels I made with the engine. You were saying?
I was saying that I have ideas for like levels for Coda's World game and stuff. We just have to. I've drawn them out, but like just not on the computer. It's just been mostly like in my books and stuff of what I want them to look like.
Like I've tried. I think I've done that with fast before.
Yeah. Definitely still not the best with backgrounds. I'm trying to get better though.
Background is good.
Deep.
To loop the subject background of dreams, like last summer, like I kept having dreams of designing levels, and then when I woke up, like all my ideas were gone. That was just really annoying.
That is really annoying. I always hate that too when you especially if you have like a revelation in a dream and you're like, this is gonna change my life, and you wake up and you're like, what was I just
Exactly.
thinking about?
Yeah, that's very annoying.
Yeah. It's so weird how dreams like come to us.
Luckily, I've been having like nightmares lately. That's good.
Yeah.
Just it's just my dreams are a little more interesting.
Dreams always get weird. I really
For some reason, I like, always get a my more detailed dreams like always involve like family vacations for some reason.
see my
I don't know
dreams
why.
will either be like super mundane up until like the very end. Like I'll just be doing some normal ass shit and then suddenly like something horrifying happens or like something really weird happens. And that or like it's very just otherworldly, like crazy black and neon pastel colored worlds. I don't know why.
That sounds pretty cool.
Sounds cool. It's kind of terrifying
Like
sometimes.
it does make for good inspiration.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, once Schoolgirl comes out, like, Agatha's dreamscapes are going to be pretty similar to what I see. It's a good way to illustrate that.
I'm excited. I feel like it's gonna be pretty great.
I think so. It's almost finished. Just gotta do all of the coloring, but that shouldn't take me more than like a month and a half to finish.
Yeah. In the meantime, I haven't really like started anything with minors. Like I almost want to go back to like the comics, but because I've already like divided my time.
You cut out there. What did you say?
Like I got myself split between advanced stuff, or I need to finish that sort of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's why. I mean, like, I want to. Sometimes I want to go back to just doing, like, fan stuff, but, like, at the same time, like, this is my baby. I gotta finish my baby.
Yeah, that's why that's why I haven't really dedicated myself to any like comics right now. Like I might do like a couple like short comics in the future, but like I doubt I'll get to any like long storylines that I have planned.
Yeah. I mean, I can always help you out, too, but that also would probably be a
I
while
don't
from now.
want you to like. I don't want to like divide your talent among you. I have to like I don't want you to have to like split your talent between your own thing and my thing.
Oh.
But I know I do want to do something with my characters.
Hmm. I think you can do it.
I just like I feel different from a lot of other artists because like a lot of other artists just want to like kind of put their characters in like a show or something, but I just I don't feel comfortable with like commercializing other characters. I guess if that makes sense.
I Yeah, I totally get that. I feel weird doing that with Coda's World sometimes, but really, like, if I want to do what I want to do for a living, then I have to. I just have to figure out a way to do it that's less
Gotta find a
scummy.
way to sell T-shirts.
Yeah. I don't even want to like sell T-shirts. I want to like sell things that people actually need. As some people need T-shirts.
Okay. I do feel like there's untapped potential for Coors World shirts.
I think so. Should I
Like
get
a blue shot of the Cavs or like like a logo or something.
maybe I should get back onto that. I know someone that could probably make me a bunch of
Like
shirts.
or like those team shirts have like a team coda or whatever. Whatever the name is. It's like a sports shirt.
Yeah, that's the whole. That's a joke that I have actually, like in like 7 through 9, is that they still don't have a name for their team. Like they have no idea what to name themselves.
Draw a sign.
Yeah.
It's okay. I don't have it. Not really have team names for like like I have like sort of informal unofficial names like I have like the college gang, have and company, and so on.
See, I just call
I don't
them.
really like.
I either call them Coda and Friends or the main group because they're the main group that I write about and follow.
It is what they are.
Yeah. Yeah. Just, I'm just gonna mirror this eye on the other side.
Good idea. Work smarter, not harder.
Exactly. Ew, I don't know how good of an idea that is now. Maybe I can salvage this.
Oh, right, stream replay. I haven't seen. Is it? I haven't actually seen Mirror the Eye yet. On common stream.
Hmm. Think I can make it look better? It looks a little weird right now.
It can't be fixed. So remember I showed you like a while back. I had like this robot idea for like a robot gang, and how you like showed up like the leader of the group.
Oh yeah, I think I remember what you're talking about.
Like robot gangs are also gonna be a thing in like the '80s, or as I like to call it.
Yeah.
It's not actually the '80s, but it's equivalent to the '80s.
Yeah, I mean that's what I refer to the time period that Dr. Roca grew up in. Is it's kind of their 80s. Mm,
Robot gangs are like a thing in the '80s, like during that period where they're all like progressive,
yeah.
now getting blood. But like when they do like this resurgence,
See, there was.
or a gang that just a bunch of fanboys of the original gang.
Hmm.
Just like in real life, that's like they're like people who
Yeah.
Even like, especially if they don't like understand like why they're that way.
Oh yeah.
Like they got the original games that they're like misguided and they're they're just like the robots. I guess were going through like a period of like puberty back then, like just the way they've been developing.
I understand that.
It's like the angsty teen phase of robotics. Like sentient robots were started being a thing in like the 50s of this universe. Like robots were developed a bit earlier than in real life.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean that's what it is. Like I said, the robots in Koda's world are kind of like steampunky, the original ones, because they were sort of made in like the Victorian era, like the 1880s. Um, or I guess like, hmm, I don't know, because now that I think about it, really the way where everything like takes place, it'd be actually over 100 years. Because the actual comic takes place in kind of a more 2000, like early 2000s setting.
Yeah, it kind of take influence from the early 2000s for writing purposes.
Oh yeah.
Like it's set in like the late 2010s, 2020s because that's the time that's going on right now.
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
like it might be like a slotting time. So, like it's more advanced than our time period anyway, like a little bit
Well,
with the
that's
robots.
yeah. That's what I wrote out for like Coda's World too. Like what it is, it's like what everyone thought the future was gonna look like 20 years ago. You know what I
Lots
mean?
of clear plastic. Oh
Yeah.
my god, we should really design like an Android with like clear plastic casing, like the Dreamcast TV thing, or like every Mac.
Oh my god. Why have I not made a character that looks like a Dreamcast yet? How have I not done this? The Dreamcast is like one of my favorite consoles of all time.
I thought Coda was Dreamcast inspired.
No, she was Sonic inspired. I changed her hair to green. And that's yeah. I mean, there's like really early concept art of her I found where her hair was like a light blue color. I think that's before I
That's
like
cute.
yeah, she didn't have a mask yet, so I think that was like one of the first pictures of Code I ever made. It was in a really old book of mine. I was like going through stuff not too long ago and I found it. I was like, "Aw, it's kind of cute." Like she still had the red like suit and everything and the gloves. Her hair was different. That was just about it.
It's it's always surreal looking back to like old OC designs,
Oh yeah.
especially since like a lot of OCs are like I took one character and like split into like a bunch of characters. I don't know.
There was also a really early version of Ariana had like blue tips instead of black tips, like my old Sonic OC. And I don't know why the reasoning behind that at all, but I remember after I like found that like a few years ago, I joked about how she just got dunked in oil with the oil ocean zone. They're just permanently black now.
You were an oil swirly.
Oh shit. Sounds awful.
So so since it's the early 2000s equivalent to do characters still like use do characters use bullying as their main social media thing?
Oh my
Is it
god. I
or like man?
I've thought about making them a MySpace. That's as far as I've gotten with that though. If I did that, I'd have to go and ask people that actually used MySpace what MySpace is like, because I
What?
hardly know anything
People
about
actually use
it.
MySpace still.
Well, my sister used to use it when she was a teenager. I mean,
That was
she.
back when it was cool.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Like, I want to. I know people that used it when it was cool. I just never used it because that was before my time. I was on the internet, but I was on Nickelodeon.com and Neopets.
See, my experience with
Sometimes,
Neopets is McDonald's promotions.
see, sometimes if I were a smart and sneaky kid, I would get onto Newgrounds, but that would only be sometimes.
Okay. Look where you are now. Right back where you started.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to be back.
Oh, yeah. You know, there's a website I need to see if it's still, like, alive. Um, it was just like a website full of like Barbie games that I used to play when I was a kid. Um, like it was one of the only websites like we were allowed on.
Sorry, this Twitter kind of like shit the bed there.
Oh, okay. I was just saying like there used to be a website that was like full of Barbie games like that I used to play like Barbie makeup, dress up,
I
doll,
see.
clean
There's
up
so
dog
many we
shit,
used to
whatever.
frequent that site.
See, yeah, I remember. I
Fucking
don't
shit
know.
simulator.
I don't know if it's still around though. So like I want to go back and see if I can find it.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it got replaced. But like, you know that site that was trying to archive all the Flash games.
Oh
I'd say
yeah.
check that out. See if they have it on there. Like, I
They
don't think the site is still up, but the games might be there.
I can look for them. I remember, you know what, now that I think about it, I remember watching PewDiePie play like way back in the day, like before like post not post, but before like webcam PewDiePie kind of shit, playing like these Barbie Flash games. Like I think that was like some 20 those were 2012 videos.
I think that was before people people urged him to stop making rape joke in his videos.
Oh yeah. Well, like that. The only reason why that whole thing blew up was because, if you remember, once upon a time, PewDiePie was partnered with Machinima, and Machinima had just gotten a deal with Levi. And Machinima thought it was a great idea just to boast about how much money this guy named PewDiePie was making them. And Levi was like, well, let's see what this most popular creator that makes them the most money is talking about. And it just so happened they clicked on a video where he was screaming about rape at the top of his lungs. Yeah. And so, fun fact, that's actually also how the downfall of Machinima began, unfortunately, because they lost a lot of money because of that. Because, yeah, they were.
Oops.
Yeah. Not only did they not get the deal with Levi, but after that they were forced to drop PewDiePie, so all of that cash they were making off of him was suddenly gone. So let that be a lesson to you kids out there. If you ever get a deal from a big brand name, and one of your creators sometimes talks about controversial subjects, maybe don't brag about how much money he's making you. You know, just
Yeah.
out of caution.
Like taking, I was like looking for it's probably like I'm pushing like early 2000s, right? Like technology. If you want to like look at that for references.
Oh yeah. Well, you've seen the Game Cubes that I've made
Yeah,
for the comic, right?
I think I remember.
They're all like green and stuff. I've also made it canon that there's like just a serious community of like underground like modders for those consoles. They trade with each other constantly.
Just like real life.
Yeah. Well, that's also what Gwen does. Agatha's love interest. She
Who I
mods.
designed.
Yes. Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
But she likes to mod and design those consoles and other stuff like that. She's also in band practice. I've been writing her character out recently because she's going to be very important to the story.
Good. I'm glad she's got a nice role.
Yeah.
She's a lot, and there's whoever gets it isn't really doing anything with her. But, like, Gwen's got a very important role.
Oh, yeah.
And, she's being done justice.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing is, like, my character, I always put, like, a lot of time into, like, my characters, and even characters that people give me, I want to make sure that, they're going to fit into my universe nice and snugly and have a good role. Even, even Copycat's got a decent role right now, too.
Good. Proud of her.
Yeah. Shouldn't be.
Uh, I was right. I sketched Gwen a while back. I forgot what I was trying to do with her outfit though.
Mm. I know you made me another outfit for her, but I'm using like the one that you gave me like with her. I think it was like literally just a sweater.
I think it's just an oh, that's right. I mean, cute. Yeah, it's like a hoodie or something.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, they're like two walls actually. Like there's like there's a regular outfit that I gave you, and then I decided to make it like an all outfit, which is like a lot cooler looking.
Yeah, that's what I was saying is that you made me two different outfits for her. But I'm using the one that you gave me originally as like her
Oh,
school outfit just because
alright,
it's more
yeah,
casual.
makes sense. And then I made you like a, but I also made you like a third one. I saw sketch.
Yeah. Which I like the cooler looking one with the fur on it. I don't have I do have like a purpose for it, but I'm gonna have to tweak it a little bit for my idea.
Makes sense. That's right. I accidentally called her. I still call her by her old name, Grace. That art of her where she's wearing fur.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
I just remember when I had her, her name was Grace.
I don't even think I like changed it to Gwen on purpose. I think I just started calling her Gwen because I forgot what her
It's
name
easier to
was.
learn.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I do that sometimes with like characters, like the doctor. His name, I even though I named him after my uncle, I called him Brennan instead of Brannon just because it was a little different. But then,
Makes sense.
yeah. But then slowly but surely, I just started calling him Brannon. So now his name's Brannon.
Well, and I, and probably it's 7 days gonna involve Branson or something. Branson. Just replace with Branson, Missouri.
Yeah.
His name every volume.
Is that
I had like a really cute alternate outfit for Agatha that I really wish I got to, where she's like got like a hood or something.
that might be neat. Because I'm thinking about giving her an outfit change for 4 through 6. Because 1 through 3 is pretty much just going to be like the backstory. Like, that's the beginning. Yeah.
There's like the outfit that I sketched. She looks like, at least when I sketched her, like I tried to make her look a lot more mature, more grown up, I guess.
Mm.
Maybe I'm just used to like drawing like adults, sort of. Like I just subconsciously made her a skull woman by accident.
I mean, she is. The unfortunate thing is that she is going to have to be Skullgirl for the rest of her life. So, she will be Skull Woman someday. Sorry, were you gonna?
But yeah, she does look more like a skull woman. That sketch of her, like I just kept going for like a mature look. Subconsciously. Alright. I just looked at some more reps I had already finished. Like it. This is a character. I feel like she's kind of lying about it. I'm really looking forward to what I do with it. It's like, you got like different side characters who aren't monsters. Yeah, that might be fun to see main cast run into.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
One of them is Abigail, who is a character I've had for a while, but I'm finally doing stuff with, trying to do stuff with again. Like a lot of like the elements from her stayed the same from when I initially made her back in like 2011, 2012. And like her designs like barely changed. She's all the same hairstyle pretty much, but she's like she's an orphan who became a monster hunter.
Hmm. Yeah, I definitely need to. Like.
Doesn't have no sense of modesty at all.
It's funny. Yeah, no, I don't think I need to fix anybody's backstory. Like, for the main cast, at least. But I definitely do want to add, like, things to them. Like, it'd be nice, like, you know how I, did that short story for Beatrice a while back?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool if I did that for, like, everyone. Everyone got their, like, own story.
I'm pretty proud of Abigail. She hasn't her design hasn't changed much since the last edition. I'm worried like any prudes are gonna like attack me for my character wears so well.
I hope
She's
not.
an adult.
Yeah.
She's an adult.
Like, I had somebody, like, on Noon Temple, like, right away, they were like, your character is naked and they're underage. I'm like, they're a robot that are, you know.
It's a ref.
And it's a ref.
It's
There's no nudity either, like, at all.
not anatomically correct. It's like, it's not a humor.
No, yeah.
Besides, if you wanted to do that, you could easily just upgrade her.
Yeah, I've had ideas like that before, like, I wonder if she would actually ever do that, or if, like, she's just not into it, because, like, she is a robot, like, she doesn't really have to be, you know?
Yeah, I doubt the doctor programmed that.
Yeah, no, that's when you go
Yeah,
somewhere, like,
be like more like sweet and innocent.
yeah, I think he would be, absolutely mortified if, like, he ever saw that.
But I do like the idea of like her discovering like romance or something at the very least.
Oh, no, I mean, yeah. Don't worry, that still happens.
Now,
I'm sorry, you cut out.
I'm fine. Okay. I didn't actually fall.
Oh, okay. You kept cut. I thought you were like cutting out there. Alright, I got all of the line art finished.
Alright, yeah.
Hooray. Oh, yeah.
Good. Progress. Yeah, looking at all these early 2000s aesthetic things and like just giving me ideas.
I see. I really I enjoyed my childhood in the early 2000s. Like, I just remember having like really weird thoughts of like what technology would look like in the 2020s.
I always just read like books and articles about that, like magazines,
I
all these
remember
futuristic things.
my dad showing me this like documentary where someone like actually made a flying car that worked.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh yeah, the one that looks like Wiley's saucer.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. I've watched different documentaries. But, yeah, I want my Wiley saucer. It has to play the noise.
Yes.
Whenever tries to pass me on the highway, or the sky highway.
The Skyway. Yes. Alright, I'm almost done coloring.
You know, I should really like Jet Set Radio sometime because like that's a really good inspiration for like what I should do with my universe, like early 2000s aesthetic.
You're totally right. Man, I have the jet.
I gotta have those Family Guy funny moments.
Oh, absolutely. You know, can't ever forget about those.
Actually, no, it's Family Guy funky moments. Jet Set Radio.
Yo,
I love that meme. That's like the best meme this year.
I
Or
remember.
last year.
I remember just when that was like peak internet culture. It's coming home from school and looking up those funny moments, and just having a bunch of friends come over. No one there's supposed to be watching.
Like people nowadays it's associated with Jet Set Radio. Exactly, you're not gonna want to make movies about it.
Yeah.
But that's the legacy of it. You know, the dumb shit posty stuff. But of course, I'm not actually gonna like take inspiration from the Family Guy itself. But I'm just like
No, I know.
Like, maybe Sonic Riders. Like I could probably bring back some elements from like that old thing where it's like where I like turn my stuffed animals into characters and made them ride hoverboards. Like 2009.
Maybe. I mean, I
I
like.
never played Sonic Riders.
That's actually really cute, to be honest.
I just like collect stuffed animals and just give them personalities.
Oh.
But I feel like I did it for like way too long, you know.
Well, you make characters. I don't think that's too weird. I still have all of my
Like
stuffed
well,
animals.
like I feel like I'm gonna hurt my reputation.
Mm. Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I could like take elements from those characters and like reinvent them and probably.
I think you could do it.
Yeah. I mean, if not, you could always like. I feel like you could find the use of like a character with like their ears or something.
I mean,
Like my ears, like trying to feel like there's like like those anime people with animal ears, like whatever they call again.
oh, Neko,
Yeah,
girls.
Echo, but for like yeah, like do that, but with like other animals too. Like I like doing that. Like I've done that for like my friends' universe. Like there's like that's what Alistair basically is.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I do that too. I mean, you've seen the rabbit people.
Yeah.
I just kind of
Uh,
like I make them into their own species, just so it's easier to explain.
like I'm not sure if like animal people are even like a thing with my universe yet. Like I haven't really gotten that far. Like I think like Selkies are a thing. There's one of them that's gonna join Tabitha on her adventure. But not sure about the rest. There are plant people though.
Well, there's plant people. I mean, they don't. The plant people are very hard to come by nowadays for reasons. But there are plant people in Coda's world too.
Like maybe they're dryads because of the whole fantasy thing.
Oh yeah. I mean they were not all about words. They were a peaceful civilization. It's just like did I tell you about the lore behind Hyperion?
I forget if you did. What was Hyperion's deal?
Well, if you know in real life, Hyperion looks like a gigantic sponge. It looks like there's been a bunch of holes like drilled into it.
Oh yeah.
So my idea is that at one point it was just a normal, like lush, beautiful planet, but then, the the communists found that there's like precious metal in the center of the planet, so they mined it pretty much to death, and
I feel like they're not actually communists. They just use communism as their excuse to do these things.
oh
Like
yeah,
Mercury from Mega Man.
yeah, no, that's kind of their deal.
Like, he's all like, I love communism, and then he steals all your stuff.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they weren't submitting to communism, so it's fair game.
It's for real thick.
It's for real estate. Yeah, really.
Still, I really need to go back to the Triton thing. Is I miss doing stuff with Triton. I'm just like writing ideas for Triton.
I think it'd be fun. I definitely want to go back to like writing stuff about the moons again, but first I just want to like establish I want to establish the important arcs that are going to happen in Coda's world first, like, and then I'm going to start writing.
I started writing stuff for like the arcs of my world, but nothing for like the Code's World spin-offs and everything.
Yeah, it's all right. You focus on your own stuff first. It's important. Oh, one more thing. Do.
all I know is that like Renda and the others are probably gonna end up near Triton at some point. Probably because I want to see Celine like try to wrestle a tiger with all the arms.
That'd be hilarious. They'd have to have. Huh. That'd be an interesting idea. I kind of like that.
And I have this really dumb idea, like, so that there's like a loophole. Because robots aren't allowed to carry weapons. Robots aren't allowed to fight. But what if someone modified Renda's voice so she could like just scream really loudly or something? Use the power of rock.
Yeah, see, that's exactly. I know you were asking about Sour Note like not too long ago, but that's kind of
Oh
like
yeah.
what her deal is, where she's given a mutation shard, because she was already like a pop star like
Oh
robot.
yeah.
And then she was given a mutation shard that just kind of like boosted her voice. So, I mean, you could totally do that. Like, I don't mind.
I don't want to like undermine Salerno because I like her so much.
Aw. I mean, you could do some. You could I like the idea. You could probably find a way to do something similar where you just like take something like from her and
Like
turn it into a weapon.
like
Hmm.
yeah, so like like a concealed sort of thing maybe. But I was thinking like maybe like the voice is like something like mind control or something. Like you just manipulate people by saying to them or something.
Oh yeah, that could work too. That kind of.
She just has to be careful not to abuse that power for money or something.
Have you seen Umbrella Academy?
No.
That there's a character in Umbrella Academy that has something kind of similar
And the
to
book was
that.
better. That just the one I heard.
No. Actually, no, the show is better. I've read the comics too, and the show is actually much better. Like
Oh, it is.
if you want more like anecdotal, like small episodic things going on, then the comics better. But if you just want like a one continued like story and plot line, then the show is better.
It can be kind of hard to pick.
You cut out there.
Stuff these times with how distracted I am. I do feel like there's lots of potential to be done with like voice related powers.
I think so too.
Like maybe different frequencies that you sing does like different things.
Ooh, actually, yeah, that might be an interesting one.
Like I could do it's like built around like the 7 notes.
Hmm.
Like certain pitches like maybe one of them is like a weapon, but like
Yeah.
not quite like sour note, but like still like projectile, I guess.
Because the way that the character's powers work in Umbrella Academy is her name is Rumor, and it literally all she just says, "I heard a rumor that," and she says whatever, and it happens. It's not.
It's kind of manipulating reality, I guess.
Yeah, it's not completely overpowered in the show. It is absolutely broken in the comic, though. But in the show, it's a little bit more leveled, where she can only like manipulate the way that people think or do stuff, or act, or how they remember stuff.
But like I feel like in this case, it would just be like a mechanical modification, I guess. Not nothing is broken. It's like a mutation shard.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like her goals would be like a lot more humble. Like my original idea for like a Ren, the related story is like she loses like the chip that allows her to sing, and they have to go on like a trip to like find a better one because they're all like out of stock somewhere.
Oh man,
And I guess that's why I
that
wanted to like. That's
actually
how I could like implement Triton. But
that'd be an interesting concept too, because like after issue 7, everything's going to be kind of messed up for a while, like in their society. So that would
there's
make
nothing that's had it.
sense. Yeah. I mean, like, everything's gonna be fine, but, like, there's still people going, oh my god, aliens exist. And on top of that, like, there's buildings being repaired and all of that. So that'd be an interesting time to make that take
Yeah,
place in.
yeah, good time period. Like maybe like the warehouse that was being like in his spare voice. I think his spare scene chips got destroyed in the fire or whatever.
Exactly. So there was a lot of destruction. I mean, like, straight up, they just start blowing stuff up, so. Welcome to being Coda and Friends, where you can't keep your city in one piece for more than 5 minutes.
Sorry, I'm just writing down like all the ideas I got.
Oh, you're good. Alright. I think, because this is almost done, I'm not gonna leave. I'm just gonna go and take another break. I'm gonna get up and walk around.
Good. You're good. Are we gonna do like like the challenge thing with like the AI makes waifus or whatever?
We can do that a little later.
Good stuff.
I still want to try and get some more references done.
Good idea. What else was I talking about? I'm just gonna save that for later.
Alright, there we go. Finally finished.
Okay.
I'm gonna save this as a PNG. Just gonna take it forever.
But like you writing nude on the stream and then that one where it's all like I was born nude, but now I am dude.
Oh god, I hope I don't get in trouble for writing that. Like, it's not even supposed to be anything explicit. It's just, what the character.
It is what it is. I hope nobody gets in trouble. I hope YouTube doesn't try to get all Templar on it.
Hopefully not.
You know, it's weird because like the whole Triton is like Tritons are like a species of like fish people in my universe because fantasy setting, everything like fantasy worlds. There's Triton the plant. I'm not the plant, the moon.
I just
Like
saw.
like that's completely different.
I just saw what you sent me in the chat, in the Discord chat.
Yeah.
I'm sending this to all of my best friends.
Probably be done with some of these over because I found these earlier.
And keep sending me cute girls and just want the cute girls. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break here since I've been sitting this seat. Well, I mean, we've been
Alright.
going for 3 hours as well. We can split this into 2 streams, honestly.
Good idea. You probably just head off for now and just like pick it back up later. Get to the whole drawing challenge for
Yeah.
later.
Yeah, I think what I'll do is that I'll just finish, like, I'll finish coloring the base for Beatrice, and then we'll do the challenge. So that way,
Plan.
yeah. That way I'll have the base all done for the next time I do refs and stuff.
How long do you be taking a break?
I'm gonna want to be gone for at least an hour.
Alright.
How you?
Fine.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'll be good.
Yeah, I'll keep everyone
Okay.
posted.
Alright. Because I think we probably have to eat dinner around like 6.
Okay.
So,
Well, alright. We'll further discuss this. For now, this is gonna be goodbye. Thank you everyone for watching this.
Alright. Make sure let's just make sure this